All right, here we are, part 2 of the head adventure. I had to end up getting a new head. I got this from Clearwater. What do they call it? Clearwater Cylinder Head Inc. out of Clearwater, Florida. Brand new head. This is a separate, completely different casting than what comes on these original of the 0331 or whatever. This is a whole other deal they've made to make them better. You guys on the internet have said these are better, and so that's what we're going for. It cost me about 600 bucks. I do have to send the old one back to not get charged an additional $300, but today's the day we are at least putting the cylinder head back in, and then we'll get on to the rest of it tomorrow or another day.
And there, that's that. Just kind of keep it down. Help keep it down. I think it will.
I think if you got that side, I think I can get this side like this.
Okay. We want to just kind of set it down like one time as best we can. Go over more, out more.
I can't.
Out more, out more. Out, a little more. Away from you, away from you. You might be on that thing.
No, we're not on the... There,
Okay.
Right there.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, that was nice. I killed your back, but...
It wasn't that bad, really. I just needed to get somewhere to put this
Yeah.
one.
Okay, here we go. One shot and down. I just didn't want to smear that crap everywhere. It's my big...
All right, well, we got that in. Now we gotta put the bolts in on time lapse. So we've got all the bolts in, and now we're just torquing them down. You do like a 3-step torque thing. So the first step is to 22.
22. There.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it.
We'll let you know when we're done with our torquing sequence. All right, so it is the next day. Same shirt, different day. And yesterday, as you can see, we got the head put back on it, and now our next step is to put the intake and exhaust manifold back on here. I believe that's our next thing. I really should look into that before we get going on it, but I think that's it. So I'll take a look at the book to make sure. All right, it's the next day. We finally got the hell of those 9 bolts or whatever on and underneath that put on. How do you feel about that?
We were wasting our time yesterday because the exhaust manifold was actually overlapping the bolt hole just a little bit on just one of them, and we were never going to get in unless we took it off and pushed down on the exhaust and started it. So,
and we only had to do that like 4 times to finally get it, after I spent like 4 hours trying to get the bolt in the hole today. Okay, it is a new day again. I don't know exactly. I think this is like day 4 of putting this back together. Spared you a lot of the nuts and bolts. This isn't really a how-to channel, it's a my struggle channel. So we've got this put back together. Ran into a couple of snags with the bolts on the valve cover, but shockingly have it all together. Haven't tried to fire it yet. Don't have the spark plugs in yet, and I'm still filling some coolant, and I am charging the battery. But I think the game plan is that I'm going to kind of, I don't know what you call it, cold crank it or whatever, to get some oil flowing and make sure things are kind of good there. Then I'll throw the spark plugs in it and try to start it for real. Okay, here it is. After like a month since this project started, we're about to see if it starts.
Okay. Yep, go ahead.
It's alive!
That sounds really nice. Yeah. Have that to open up. That's what I have to do.
It was at that very moment that I started to realize that it was misfiring. Sure enough, plugged in my OBD2 reader, cylinder 6 was misfiring, and eventually it said that it had a cylinder 6 injector open circuit. So I spent the next like week, basically, which is why it's taken so long to get these videos up. I spent the next week trying to figure out what the deal was. I finally went through some troubleshooting and come to find out that I believed that I had short-circuited my computer. So I had gotten to the end of my rope, and you know, some of you watching this may say like, oh, well, I can put in a new computer. I can't. So I finally took it to a shop where they were able to diagnose it. They ended up rewiring all of my fuel injector connectors, the electrical connectors, because there was exposed wire. And probably what happened, my mistake, I had the battery connected as I was doing all this work. Two of those wires probably crossed and shorted out the computer. But the good news, after spending $1,400 on that, is that no more misfire. It runs better than I did before. And now I only have one more major issue with this Jeep to take care of before it's like a brand new Jeep. Thanks for watching.